And now, NBC 7 San Diego News at 4.
The battle heats up over our smartphones. What does that competition mean to you? I'm Consumer Bob. I'll have some answers coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, they are often the first thing we look at when we get up in the morning, the last thing we check when we go to bed. Not talking about kiddos here, we're talking about smartphones.
Yeah, and today Apple unveiled its newest iPhone. So, is it worth your time and your money to make the switch? Well, NBC 7's Consumer Bob is here to weigh in on that question.
You know, anytime I talk about Apple products, I know there's going to be people judging every word I say, but let me just start off by saying this new iPhone, I mean, it's just a phone first and foremost, okay? But in the middle of the battle between Apple iPhone and all the other smartphones out there, well, it's a battle over the hearts and minds of consumers, people like you and me. Is the new iPhone a cool phone? Sure it is. But is it really that different from the other Android phones on the market? Well, this new iPhone 5 has a bigger screen and a faster connection.
But at the same time, a lot of companies have, like Verizon and AT&T, other brands, Samsung, they've already released new phones with bigger screens and faster processing chips and LTE technologies.
In other words, Apple is just playing catch up in some areas with their new iPhone, but Apple has always been good about taking other people's ideas and making them better. This new phone promises better sound, a much better camera, and a longer battery life, things that consumers will very likely fall in love with. But is it enough to make people want to dump their old phones and go with the 5? Well, the phone certainly has the look.
I think it'll be the form factor, as it typically is with Apple at first, that gets people in the door. But over time, just like the improved call quality, sound, that kind of stuff will get the later adopters, I'll say.
Now, Apple will start taking orders for the new iPhone 5 this Friday, and then start selling it a week from Friday on the 21st. The price will be the same as their current crop of phones. The good news, the phones they currently have will all go down in price. So if you don't need the latest and greatest, you can get the other one at about a $100 discount.
So today I've heard everybody talking about what's great about the new iPhone. Have you heard anybody say anything about what maybe people will be complaining about or not like?
I've already heard a few gripes. Let me tell you about it. Yeah, the one thing that Apple says will be better, but I think will annoy a lot of people, is the new iPhone connection. The Lightning connector, that's what they call it, you use to charge your phone or to dock it. Well, the iPhone one, iPhone 5, is a different design. It won't work with your current hardware, your alarm clock or other things, unless you have an adapter, and it doesn't come with the phone. You'll have to buy it separately for $30. I think that's a little bit rotten.
Yeah.
It's nice in that you can put it either way. It doesn't have to be, stuck in a certain way. It comes off easier. There's nice things about it, but people won't like that change, and they won't like having to pay $30 to get the adapter.
For card chargers or for,
yeah, you may have to buy a number of them.
Good to know.
It'll be interesting.
All right, thank you.
All right.